Random Shit. We got a very special guest in the building, a Fauché Tarpon in the building, a motherfucking New Orleans legend in the building, Mark Caesar. I'm your host, Shells, and this is Raps and Random Shit.
Move around on that fake shit. I light up, get back to the business. No, I don't feel how you feeling. These niggas is tripping, they all look the same.
Well, we back. We got my brother Mark Caesar in the motherfucking building. I'm your host, Shells. This is Raps and Random Shit, bro. It's a pleasure to have you in the building today. We super grateful to even be in your presence on some real shit.
Don't hit me with that.
Nah, because you really holding it down for the city. You really doing like what's necessary to get us to that level. Like not just because a lot of people, you know, we got rap, we got all of these things that make New Orleans such a great dynamic, and you at the forefront of this this comedy shit. So we appreciate that because anybody looking is good for us.
Right. Well, I thank y'all for even, for rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I always say I got is, is true support. You know what I'm saying? So
I always see like when you on your timeline and on your Instagram and shit, you always say like everybody who say New Orleans don't support, like they're on a whole different level.
They're on the wrong level because like I've been in New Orleans my whole life and I ain't never seen it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I never seen it to where people felt like they wasn't being supported, because I also know that people who go out and support, people double back and support them. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like you get what you give type of thing.
Right. They got a lot of people that, like you said, sitting down at home and not going out.
And most people who cry about support don't support nobody.
Right.
So that's just the facts of it.
Right.
Like ask them if they ever been to a show. Ask them if they ever been to like a sound clash, if they ever been to like We Take It Back, Riders Block, or any, all those things that was like jumping off the scene. They ain't probably never been none of that.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Or even go back to industry influence, back, when they was doing that.
Yeah.
Like, people not even on the scene. You ain't on the scene, you can't be seen. It's just the
way
it is, man.
Alright, so one of my favorite parts of the show is the game segment, and we are about to play Feel On It with Mr. Mark Caesar. So this is how it go, right? You ready?
Yeah.
You good? Alright, so you're going to get 3 rounds. You get 3 chances of guessing what's in the box.
Okay.
Alright? You gotta let me know when it's your final answer though. You can't just be out here just throwing shit out there and this. No. You gotta let me know when it's your final answer. Why you look so focused?
Because I'm focused.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm trying to grab
Alright, you locked in?
Yeah.
Alright, bro.
Let me see what stuff at.
You gotta feel for it.
I ain't touched it yet.
You gotta feel for it.
I was top of the box.
Okay, there we go. Alright. That's balloons.
Yeah, you got.
Alright. Alright, my hands in the box. Alright, let's see. Okay. That's that. This is VC powder.
It's definitely a beat. Dog, what the fuck? A mad son.
Alright, my hands in the box. That's a
What it
Tide
feel
Pod.
Now for the people, I've been knowing you for a minute from the
Yep.
Fauché days. Shout out to Fauché. You've been funny. Like you've been one of them people that if you was in the classroom, everybody was dying laughing, whether you just walked in the door and just looked at the teacher funny or you made a joke on somebody. So what made you really want to just say, look, I'm about to take this shit to a whole nother level. I'm really about to stop just ripping people.
Yeah. Well, it happened where a predominant comedian in the game, like a vet from New Orleans, seen me doing my thing. Somebody I grew up under. She seen me doing my thing, and was at one of her parties, and she was like, "Man, can you write that stuff?" I was like, "I guess." And she challenged me to write at 15 to start writing comedy. Started writing it. She liked what she heard. Then, I had the advantage of being, 13 ward, but, that's where the comedy theater was at, right on Ferret Sony at. So I was able to go up in there, wasn't even old enough to be in that joint.
Yeah.
And, hone my skills.
Crushing it. Now your hood, VL.
Yeah.
Like the 13th, you know what I'm saying? Just New Orleans in general. How are you inspired by the places that you come from?
Oh man, I'm super inspired. I'm super inspired because what I realized when I'm on the road, people want me to bring New Orleans to them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they want, that's what they want. They don't want me to come there and act like something else. They know they want that. They want my accent. They want they want to hear about Bourbon. They want to hear about Bourbon Parade, Second Line. Like they want to hear about that shit. They want me to come out to bounce music, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of shit they want. So I'm very inspired by New Orleans. Like pretty much everything I do, I think of, and I think to myself, I say, well, how can I take this New Orleans thing and make it a national thing?
For sure.
So that's my inspiration behind doing it. So in New Orleans, man, that's my inspiration, really and truly.
When do you remember your first joke? Like you remember the first time you was like, I'm funny, this shit, I got it.
My first joke. Ooh. I'm trying to. I gotta think back. I gotta think back. My first joke probably was about. Oh, we're going back.
Yeah.
I've been doing comedy 17 years. I would say 17 years, yeah, since I was 15. So I'm trying to think, what would I consider to be?
That moment, like I'm thinking about that moment when you was like, I'm gonna do this shit.
Yeah.
This the joke right here.
Yeah. I'm trying to think on it. It's gonna come to me. Because I remember a lot of my old jokes and I bring some of them back. I remember my first closer. I definitely remember my first closer joke. It was about me, this when text messaging had just became a thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. That was the joke. That when text messaging had just became a thing, and I had a joke about me and a deaf girl getting to know each other through text. So that's what it was.
Of course you did.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. That joke was fire. Now I think about it. This was a little bit, probably a little wild. I mean, it was shit.
This is up.
It was.
So do you, like, how do you get inspired to, I guess, write? Like, what things make you, some pop in your head? Or how, like, what's the writing process for Mark Caesar?
Now, sometimes I actually sit down, right? This is crazy. I sit down, now at this point in my life, because I understand the dynamic of arts. So I sit down, and I understand how my environment gotta be. Like, I ain't like about to, sit down, burn an incense, and get into a zone and turn upside down in my bed and write over my head like Brandy in a journal. But I'm like, Moesha. So, but now my process is like I turn on some Quincy Jones, like some Quincy Jones has some like old jazz tunes playing. Like I like Quincy Jones instrumentals because I like to hear the samples that hip hop artists use today and see where they come from. Like I was listening to yesterday one of the sample from Tupac's "How Do You Want It" coming from a Quincy Jones song.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Body Heat.
I did not know that.
It come from Body. As soon as Body come on, the riff go dum 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 dum.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to peep that out.
Yeah. Dum 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 dum. It's the same riff that they use that the bass player for Erykah Badu band used for Tyrone. So but I listen to that kind of stuff, right? And I be trying to think, okay, where was Quincy going with this? Where was he going with this orchestra style type thing? He went from the brash Spanish drums, Afro beat, to straight up on some electric shit into some stuff that's the fundamentals of hip hop. So I'm like, and that's all three different things, but he bring them all together. So I'm saying, how can I take a topic, then build a body, then come through with a punchline that nobody not going to expect? And it might take me 3 days probably to get a joke good.
A good joke?
Yeah, to get a good joke. Like right now, I feel like I got some $1 million jokes right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do.
I think right now I got some $1 million jokes.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. I already know. So from the beginning, I knew one thing about you. Like I knew that you had the spirit to make people laugh. Like every time you was in the room, the energy was good.
Yeah.
I've now watched you become a father, and I admire that about you. That I'll hit you up like, yo, I got something going on. You like, I got the boys with me this weekend. That's cool. Let's do it at this time. So how do you manage?
I gotta plan everything.
How do you manage?
I gotta plan my life around what they got going on right now. Like they both play baseball on 2 different teams. I help coach both teams. Sometimes they have games at the same time. Sometimes and they be at different parks. You know. So but me and Mama, we worked that out real good. You know what I'm saying? Like we worked that out really good. To like we almost got it down to science. You take this one, I take that one. You go there, I go here. You know, so but I also they come with me to shows. They've seen me perform.
I've seen them at shows.
Yeah, they've been at shows. They've been to like I recorded for a TV show, stand up for a TV show called These Jokes Matter, and they was actually sitting in the balcony seats while I was on stage. So they get to see, they get to see me do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And they like going to work with daddy. You know what I'm saying? I don't always like to have to bring them, but I gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah.
You know?
So tell me about some people who inspire you to, like some of the comedians in the game, or that's from around the way, or some people. I know they got people from around the way that just could rip, and them niggas is funny as hell. You know what I'm saying?
I would say Ziggy the Wiggler. You know what I'm saying? Like Ziggy, like my uncle. You know what I'm saying? Like that's somebody that my mama grew up with. Ziggy, and matter of fact, don't look out, me and Ziggy got some stuff coming too, on some stand-up tips, so definitely gonna look out for that. Ziggy is a huge inspiration, because Ziggy always been the dude, when I'm in the barbershop, get my haircut as a child, he come in the barbershop wilding out, you know what I'm saying? And that's just his natural demeanor and personality. Yeah. So I look at Ziggy, I look at Miss Dupree. Miss Dupree, she from my hood also. My grandmother grew up together. The world's so small, but her daughter grew up with my mama, and her niece, my girl Micah, she do jewelry and stuff. She go Rose. She was the person who, when I went and told my first joke, she was the person that was with me. That walked with me to the comedy club. Yeah. To go tell his first joke, everything like that. So. But I'm inspired. I'm also inspired by like just the streets. The streets inspired me a lot. Like coming up under like the Cash Money, No Limit era, I felt like that could be done in a bunch of different dynamics. In a bunch of different fields of entertainment also. That was a strong arm power move, and them dudes never worked together. Yeah. In that time. Yeah. Think about all the success they had and to never even work together. And we know how small New Orleans is.
New Orleans is super small.
Not even use the same producers. Yeah. Like that's mind-boggling. Right. And I didn't want it to be like that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to branch comedy. I just wanted to bring comedy to a forefront in New Orleans, because I'm a believer that comedy is the 7th fiddle thing in New Orleans. Like you say fiddle. Yeah. Like, this is the 2nd fiddle. Basically saying, yeah, it's something good to do, but it ain't my first option. Right. Well, comedy might be your 7th option. Right. Like, it's so much to do. Like, you so much to do. I'm gonna name some things you could do. First off, go see live jazz music or something in New Orleans. That's number 1 thing, right? Right. Number 2 thing is drink. Maybe, and let's flip it. Drinking is 1. Yeah, drinking is 1. And you might be drunk and stumble into a jazz bar. Like that. Like, all right, so drinking is number 1. Yeah. That's the number 1 thing you're going to do in New Orleans. Then you're going to have your jazz bar. Then number 3 is just partying. Yeah. Just partying is number 3. Number 4, I don't know, you might ride a party bus when you go to a comedy show. Number 5, you might get trampled by the St. Aug band at the Bacchus Parade on St. Charles in Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? That's number 6, and that might be a thing to do. Then after that, when you heal up from the hospital, you're going to say, all right, well, let's go to a comedy show. Feel you. You changed that, though. I think so. You changed that. People are saying, fuck that, I'm going to see Mark Caesar. Yeah. With a drink. So, that's what's up. Yeah, I think so, but that just comes with time. They come with time and putting in work, so. Yep. It's been a pleasure to have you in the motherfucking building. You went 3-0. I feel like you're the only guest that went 3-0. Shout out to Mark Caesar in the motherfucking building.
About to kick this shit off super old school, you heard me. Usually we be in the booth with it, but I got my dog, so we gonna take it back. I got my pencil.
Yeah.
We about to drop some motherfucking bars on y'all, you heard me? Straight New Orleans style, straight old school style. You ready?
Run the beat.
You ready, son? You ready, son?
Run the beat. I say D, let me feel it. I'm about to kill it. Come through and rip it on the table, cause we chillin'. Just did the podcast, everybody feel it. Mark Caesar for balance, man, know you get with it. Everybody know me in my city, showing love. Every time I'm on the stage, always giving daps and hugs. I come through with my set and we throwing up the deuces. Everybody's trying to see what we get into. Yeah, you wanna drink, you wanna smoke, you wanna chill. But I just on my level, baby girl, I'm trying to build. If you wanna get with me, just holler at my people. Don't come at me straight up, cause I'm not with my equals. Turn the beat back cause she stopped it right quick. I'ma keep going cause I like spitting shit. Yeah, I tell jokes but I can rap if I want to. I strap my jaws up tight and go and do what I want to do. I meet you at the basketball court and I cross you. And anybody wanted they could get that too. Look, I put it out there for the people who need it. I'm Mark Caesar, baby, signing off, dog. You gotta see me.
Yeah, yeah, man. This is raps and random shit.
Yeah.